Hey, hey, back in the closet.
What's up?
What's happening?
Nothing's happening for me other than the usual.
Okay. Huge.
You hate when I say the usual.
The huge.
Thing.
It isn't a thing.
Freeze it. Yes, it is a thing.
It's not.
Everybody shortens words.
They do. It's a problem.
Bruh.
There's only a few. Bruh's all right. Bruh.
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 Maddie bros
Bruh.
me all the time. Wait,
Bro.
since when do kids call their parents bro? She texted me last night. She was like, "Bro, you think the water's warm yet?" Like,
Bro.
I don't know, dog. Maybe.
I guess bro.
I don't know.
When your wife starts calling you buddy, that's probably when all this started
I
happening.
call everybody buddy.
I'm not everybody.
And nobody likes it, it seems to be.
Yeah, because it's a dumb pet name.
It
It
not
just says I don't know who you are.
obviously I know who you are.
I don't know. Maybe
You're my buddy.
Maybe, no.
Okay, I've stopped. I just do it.
You don't stop.
I just get on your nerves. I like to do it just to get on your nerves.
Right.
I do.
It's instinctual.
No, it's not. I just do it to get on your nerves.
Right. Well, it works.
I know. I'll try. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Well, sorry.
So you were telling me that when we were in dinner, Florida strikes again.
Florida strikes again.
What is it with the Floridians?
They're amazing.
It
There's
is
a
funny
lot
because
going on in Florida.
it's funny because my friend Christy sent me a text right before she got to the gym today, and she said, "You and Jeff are going to love this," or something like this, and it was the same Florida facts I was going to show you at home today. You're like, "Oh yeah, I was reading those today," so it must have been out there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
somebody sent them to me.
So somebody sent them to you?
Uh-huh.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I guess the Florida stuff is
guess-
fun to listen to.
I guess so. My feet's going to knock
Or
over
it's
your
just
water
so blatantly
there. Oh, thank you. Crazy?
crazy or normal.
I
for Florida.
I pulled a Jeff and I just read the headline and I didn't read really anything else. So when you read these to me, they're going to be new except for this guy who threw an alligator through the drive-through window.
Yeah, the guy who threw the alligator through the Wendy's drive-through. Only in Florida.
Why would one do this? Was he mad at the worker, or was he just a little bit on the cray-cray side? Either way, he's on the cray-cray side.
So-called Florida man. Well, let's see here. Joshua James became a classic example of a so-called Florida man when he threw a live 3-foot alligator through the drive-through window at Wendy's.
3 feet? That's a small child.
That's a little alligator. Not a big deal. They could have killed it and used it as meat.
3 foot? That's like a toddler.
3 foot.
It's like a toddler.
And alligators' mouths are so weak. You can just clamp them together and hold them with your
I'm
pinky and your
just
thumb.
saying, picking it up and tossing it into a window 3 feet.
Pretty impressive. I
Yeah.
wonder if it was his pet alligator or if he had it like the mouth tied together.
I don't know, because see, we don't like to read the rest of the story because that's just way too helpful.
Well, I'm reading it.
Well, we don't want to sit here and read word for word. Jeffrey,
I don't know.
Before.
What are you talking about? I didn't know we were going to talk about this. You're the one that brought it up.
I'm calling BS on that, but okay.
I just said I got it today. I didn't say even looked at it. I just saved it.
Boy, all right, buddy, whatever.
Don't buddy me or don't whatever me or whatever you're doing. It ain't cool.
That ain't cool. Well, anyway, I don't know why he threw it in there, but that's just, we don't know because he didn't read it, but I don't know if he got in trouble. I don't know what happened to him, but he did get in trouble for it because I'm reading it.
Yeah, he went to jail.
He got on the top spot of the new list of the top 10 Florida people. Like I guess stupid people. Every state has
actually.
stupid people, but
It's
anyway.
impressive. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
Anyway, moving on.
It's
Sorry.
impressive. Hey. It's
How
impressive.
about this lady? How about this Florida woman who held up a mail truck with a toy gun and flees on a tricycle?
Dude, that's awesome. I can see that going on in my head. That would be fun to watch.
I mean,
On a tricycle.
you've got to be on some major stuff.
I don't know what's scarier, somebody with a real gun holding you up and just leaving, or you're like, am I going to go
obviously.
after her? No, like she's crazy, lunatic crazy. She just held me up with a gun,
Yeah,
a fake gun, and she's riding a tricycle down the street.
Yeah, but that's not going to hurt you. Obviously. See, I have the same article, but I can't read a lot of these because I don't have Twitter. Yeah, I said it.
Twitter's amazing.
Yeah, I said it. I don't have Twitter. Come at me.
Come at me.
Come at me, bruh. Anyway, so you're gonna have to drive this. Because,
Well, no, I'm scrolling down to see what the next one is.
I don't have Twitter. I don't like to tweet. I'm sorry. Is that? I'm sorry. I just don't like to tweet.
Florida man and reptile store owner
I see this.
slapped his employees with a bearded dragon lizard after swinging it around in the air. He also put the lizard on his mouth during an...
Not on his mouth.
What?
Don't you read that right?
He also put the lizard in his mouth during the odd attack.
Why? What did that bearded dragon do to him? Because that's torture for the little thing. For the little
And
buddy.
it was probably a big one.
Well,
If you're swinging it around, it's probably not that small.
well, buddy, Jeff, if you put it in your mouth, he must, unless he has a massive mouth or not a gag reflex, then it's going to have to be small. You're not going to put a really big bearded dragon in your mouth.
That's what, yeah.
So it's probably a small little one. And I could just see its little feet.
Oh, man.
That's sad.
Gross. You know how scaly those things
That's
are?
cruel.
And rough. It'd be horrible on the inside of his mouth.
No, I'm talking about when he's flinging it around the air. His little feet going,
That'd be funny.
That's sad.
So sad.
I don't know, but I'm going to read number 6.
You read
A
it.
naked Florida man, John Hennessy, which maybe he's drinking his last name, danced in a fire and chanted in gibberish while wielding a knife. When officers arrived on the scene, he grabbed a large wooden stick and started swinging it at them. Police later guessed that Hennessy may have been consumed
Oh, some mushrooms.
psychedelic mushrooms. Don't mix Hennessy and psychedelic mushrooms. I know that's his last name. I'm just kidding.
Right, I got you. But the psychedelic mushrooms set him off. He's had a bad trip. And, I mean...
He was welding a knife.
He's
not
welding a
I'm
knife.
sorry, I can't read today.
He was sitting there welding a knife.
I mean,
Peacefully in the street.
Well, he was chanting gibberish. Maybe they were.
Well, sometimes
scared.
you do that. I mean...
I don't know. I don't know. I think I need to move to Florida.
Yeah, he'd fit right in. That's for sure.
Okay, let me read this one. Florida man Sean Johnson walked into a Walmart. So when Walmart's involved, automatically...
It's already getting good.
We're good. He took a stuffed horse toy off a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
He then went to the store's bedding department, where police said he masturbated using the stuffed animal. Afterward, he put the toy, covered in his DNA, back on the shelf. Lesson learned, parents. Don't buy stuffed animals for your children. Because someone like Sean Johnson could have masturbated on them.
Right, so make sure you rub your hands over it for any crusty spots or sniff it.
Gross.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to know
like,
how...
I'm really going to have to inspect a stuffed animal next time I get it.
I'm not inclined to buy a stuffed animal.
What kind of stuffed animal was it that he did this on?
If you would have listened, it said a stuffed horse toy.
It must have been a good-looking horse toy. He's masturbated on it, or did he, cut a hole in it? What did he do?
It doesn't say. It's right in front of you.
Well, I'm not looking at it. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to figure out what was going on in this guy's head.
Well, obviously, and I didn't know how this guy is.
He's old enough to know better, but young enough to not care. Is that how it goes?
I don't know.
Or maybe drunk enough to not
I don't
care,
know.
or
I don't
high
know.
enough to not care.
All these people, all of these people, it involved. This is Florida. This Florida story. It all involves firearms or other weapons, locations, objects, reasons for arrest, injuries, drugs, alcohol, and animals. You know what that spells out? Firearms, locations, objects, reasons for arrest, injuries, drugs,
Florida.
and right. So Florida is a little bit crazy.
People just having fun, man. They just letting loose in Florida. Just getting their fun on. They just take it too far with the acid trips, maybe a little too much to drink. Maybe they're doing some serious drugs, and maybe they have mental issues.
maybe.
I would say mental issues is in a lot of these situations.
What about this guy, Khalid Carpuzzi?
That's a great way to say it.
I don't even know.
Go
He
with
was
it.
released from jail on auto theft charges. Okay, soon after he walked out the door, he broke into another car in the jail's parking lot. But he didn't notice a deputy sitting in the car that he had just tried to break into. Said he was just caught and marched right back into jail for a second attempt auto theft charge. Of this story, Cohen asked, "Can you get a better Florida man than that?"
It's hard to beat. This guy has a serious problem with stealing cars. He couldn't wait. There's plenty of there's cars everywhere, bro. Don't steal from the police parking lot. Just go down 2 doors. Like, just walk down the street a little ways and steal a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not advocating that, but in his situation, he's a real dummy.
All of these people are. All of them. And then there's an honorable mention. Dominic Breedlove was interviewed for a job at Kohl's. Moments after the interview, Breedlove was caught shoplifting 2 pairs of women's running shoes from the same store. Wow.
It's called killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
You mean it's called, we can't say that anymore.
Well, what do we say?
Feeding 2 birds with 1 scone or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Feeding 2 birds with 1 scone to keep it really PETA
Friendly.
#PETA friendly.
Yeah, that's all the Florida stories I got. I just thought
that was a fun way to kick it off.
we had to catch up on the Florida people.
Florida stuff.
You know what I think we should do? We should take this in the closet on the road. We have some family in Florida. We could maybe go stay with them for like a week and go try to scope out some of these awesome people. Maybe not these specific people, but some crazy that happens in Florida. Right?
That'd be risky.
It'd be risky. But it'd also be
But
fun.
entertaining. It'd be fun for sure.
Yeah, it would. But anyway, that's about it with the Florida stories. You know, there has to be a West Virginia list somewhere.
Probably.
Because I know that weird things happen here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what somebody told me the other day? This is so gross. Are you tired? Jeff is yawning right now.
I'm yawning. It's been a day, bruh.
I know, buddy.
Don't start your buddy with me.
Somebody told me, and I don't think I knew. Oh, sorry, I dropped my phone.
You're so loud.
I don't think I knew this, and maybe this isn't true, but they told me that it's legal, maybe not legal, yeah, bestiality is legal here. Is that true?
No.
Jeff, are you sure?
No. Bestiality is not illegal here. What form of bestiality shall we speak of? Stuffed animals in Walmart?
No. I mean, I think that's so gross.
Like banging horses?
I thought.
Or your pets?
Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was somewhere.
Oh, it's not here. I thought a guy like several years ago got arrested down.
I thought he did too.
For doing the donkey at the
nativity scene.
The nativity scene down on the west side.
I mean, not only are you doing that with an animal, but you're really going to do that.
He's wearing a condom though.
See, I don't even care. That's just gross.
Well, he was being safe and responsible.
Oh yeah.
He had some problems. He hadn't got any. That's what happens. Got to give it up.
Okay.
Or guys just lose their minds and they end up banging nativity scenes downtown at midnight. They've got to release the beast. And it's either on Walmart animals or it's a nativity scenes or who knows where.
You have to be a sicko. I'm sorry for that to happen. There are other means. Find yourself a girlfriend maybe. Buy yourself a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a hookup.
Well,
Go to a strip club.
If we could avoid a
there's
lot of
so
stuff, as
many
I've said
things.
before, if they just legalize hookers or legalize prostitution and then regulate it, make it safer, make it more people who get massages.
Well,
grown adults are being told where they can put their junk. Who cares? If you pay to put your junk there, it's your junk. As long as you're not abusing someone or some bad things are happening. But the crime is because it's illegal. I'm not saying I need hookers to be legal so I can go bang hookers. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying for the safety of our fair city and our nativity scenes, we need to give these men an outlet.
That's about right.
And there are plenty of women that need jobs. And there's plenty of men that need jobs. And they could all be hookers.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
It's not a.
But how would you solicit this? Because you don't want to be driving down the road with your kid in the car in the back seat. And why is that lady standing on the side of the street half
You mean
dressed?
if it's illegal or?
If it's legal.
No, if it's legal, you're gonna have brothels, but they're not gonna be called brothels. It's just gonna be like a club, just like a gentleman's club, just like a strip club. It's gonna be a place where you can go and get these things taken care of.
So you don't pick them up on the street.
No way. It's that's the problem. Is it's illegal, so they have to be on the streets. They can't. It's all under the table. It's not. They're not taxing them. They're not paying. You know what I mean? It's legal. Then they're going to open up just like any business, any other business, just like medical marijuana or legalization of marijuana. Now it's a business where they're wiping out the criminal activity. They're having legitimate farms. They're having legitimate establishments where you
prostitute farms.
No.
I thought we were talking about prostitutes. I don't want to talk about marijuana.
Right, but I'm relating it to when they legalize marijuana. Now, where do you go to get your marijuana in the legal states? To a shop, just like a coffee shop, and you get your marijuana.
So they're going to have
prostitute
shops like
shop.
coffee
Yeah,
shops.
it'd be
So
like
you're
get
gonna
your
be,
coffee.
Can I have a grande, please? With a side of cream.
Take a
and,
tall. I'll take a venti with a lot of cream.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's so funny. Extra whipped cream on top, please.
Extra whipped cream.
Extra caramel drizzle.
You're getting carried away.
I'm sorry. But I mean, would you do that though? Like, I mean, I'm stupid. I don't understand.
You know how
much
much more sanitary it would be?
But would you go through and just be like, I know there's madams, so would you go and like check in at the front desk?
Yeah, it'd be like a hotel.
And is there a catalog that you can look through?
Yeah.
For the people, or do you walk through? Because you're looking at a picture and maybe it doesn't translate into real life what they really look like. So do you walk through and like look, or do you order? Do you say I need a blonde about 5'5"?
I don't think you get that specific.
Well, if
Think
I'm
about
paying
gigolos.
for something,
Think about
I
gigolos.
want it.
You go in the establishment, the show. It's
I
legal
do.
in Vegas.
I know this.
And they had that. They had the Bunny Ranch. So you go in and they have a lineup of women, and you
That's
go,
what I'm saying.
I'll take that one.
That's what I'm saying. Is that how it
And
works?
then she says, come with me.
But what's that?
You go
make,
back there.
How does that make that's really hard on the self-esteem of the other people who aren't chosen.
They're okay. It's part of the game, baby.
I don't think they
and
should
then you
all
get
be there.
regulars.
They should be in like it should be like in a lineup, like a criminal lineup, where you're behind like a glass
You
and they
can't
can't
worry
see it,
about people's
and
feelings.
You'll
This is
just
a business.
be like, I want number 5, and they'll dismiss everybody, and then they'll approach number 5 and be like, you were picked. So
No,
the
look,
other girls
these-
don't see.
They understand that
Well,
different
that's
people like
sad.
different things, and they all get the regulars,
Okay, but-
just like personal trainers.
I know.
You'll have your regulars. They'll come in all the time. They'll pay you a bunch of money. You'll do the things they like.
But what
They
if
might just want to sit there and cry.
But what if number 10 never gets picked? Does she get fired?
She gets fired. She gets canned,
And then
man.
she has a horrible self-esteem about herself. Nobody
Back to the streets, number
nobody will
10.
even-
Back to the streets.
Nobody will even buy me. That's sad.
I'm so happy that you're
Nobody
worried about
wants
the
me for
hookers
me that I've got to go and have somebody pay for me, and nobody even wants to pay for me.
Listen.
Now
I'm just going to tell
lifeless.
you, you're a 10, but you're not number 10. Okay,
Oh my
baby.
gosh, Jeff, that's so nice of you. Remind me when I go in my brothel lineup to tell them I don't want the number 10. No, but seriously, I don't know. I don't disagree
I
with
think
you.
we need
though.
to research it.
I don't disagree with you. I think that if it were legal and it was monitored and
Regulated.
regulated is the
And
word I was looking
you'd
for.
you have just like restaurants and everything else. You have people that grade it and look at how sanitary it is. And there's practices just like tattoo shops. There's got to be practices of sanitary.
Do they
have
put
the health
down plastic
inspection.
on the bed? Like when you go to the doctor and there's that paper?
No, because just like on that show when we were watching a little bit of that Gigolo show, they said, and they talked about, they like gave that whole thing about the prostitution industry in Vegas. If you go legal, those girls and dudes are tested constantly. They're safe, they're clean, or else
Yeah, but-
they don't get to practice.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
you have a
guess.
better chance of getting with them than you do probably going out and hooking up with some random
Somebody at
stranger.
the bar, yeah, maybe. It would
Because
have to
they're
be
tested.
regulated. It would have to be regulated and heavily, like, people can't be coming in flashing fake IDs, that is. They'll be flashing fake titties everywhere, but I'm talking about fake IDs.
No, you
These
have
kids
to
can't come in.
verify
Because
people.
these high school boys would be like, I got a fake, I'm going to go in there and do this. Because that would be, then you have some 15, 16-year-old kid rolling up with a fake, some 30-year-old woman doing that, that's a problem.
Well,
it's one
right
thing
now,
for-
you know what they do? Just like I know a couple of people I knew in high school that went down to Jefferson for $25 and got the blowjobs
That's gross, man.
in high school.
What decent human being would do that?
You mean the woman?
Yes.
Or the person
No,
paying for it?
I don't blame the teenage boy. The teenage boy wants what he wants.
Right.
That lady had to know that he was underage. I can spot a 16-year-old
She's a
boy.
prostitute. She doesn't care. She needs the money.
How in the world could you not care? How could you sleep at night?
She could sleep
That
at night
makes
because
me
she had
sick.
$25 to get her
No,
drugs.
come on.
Or to feed her baby.
That's no.
Or
I
to-
don't even care if it's you have to feed your baby. You can't be doing that with a 16-year-old boy.
I would agree.
I'm
I
sorry.
would agree with you.
You want to feed your baby? Go out and get a job. Don't give one. Get one. Come on.
Yeah.
And I drive by places that are hiring every freaking day, but they want just like everybody wants
Quick
it
money,
fast.
man.
Wants it fast. That's
They
right.
want it fast.
They don't
want
want
to hit a
wait
lick.
for the 2. They
is
want
what
to hit a
wanna do.
lick. I learned that the other day. It's the best saying ever. They do.
They want to hit a lick, man.
They do.
Get that money fast. They wanna do.
But there still has to be limitations. You can't be doing
Let's have
that.
some age ranges.
So that's what I'm saying.
So
There have
when
to be
we
some
open our
guidelines
brothel, we're going to have very strict guidelines.
that we got to hire someone who could spot a fake a million miles away. Seriously.
Look, you're just going to have to be good at verifying people.
Here's what we're going to say. We're going to say, okay, Sam, I see that your ID says that you're 21. 18, would it be 18 or 21? 18, I guess.
18,
Gross.
yeah.
18. So,
We're going to need two
need-
forms of ID.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to see all your social media
and
pages.
I feel like I need to call your mom right now.
Yeah, you seem like you're 16 and a half.
Yeah, can I see your Instagram, please?
Yeah, I'd like to see your Instagram. I'd like to see... Yeah, there'd be an application process to become a member of our brothel.
Now you're talking. So you can't just walk in off the street. You have to be a member, and you have to be an approved
Yeah,
member. It would
we
be
have
like
to
a
get-
country club.
Right. This didn't
You have
get
to be
dirty.
accepted.
Yeah, it get dirty if you just had people drop it in.
You don't want these... No, I'm not going to say that. That would be mean.
You want people it's gonna be a bar. You know, people come and hang out and get to know people and stuff.
Oh,
like
it's a
that.
bar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to do it as a bar.
Well, it's
A
gonna
bar
have
brothel?
no, like you're gonna have the bar. You're gonna have the hangout areas. You're gonna have a place where you can get comfortable and
Okay,
relax and
well,
meet
here's
people.
the thing. There
but
has
then
to
there's
be...
the back. No, you can't come into the bar unless you're part of membership.
But there's another speed bump,
What?
Jeff,
What?
on our opening of our brothel in Charleston, West Virginia. There is an issue of we will serve you beverages, but you have a limit of 2. Because I don't want no sloppy drunk in there with my girls.
No, yeah,
That might get a certain type of way.
That's true.
Because I know when people start drinking, if like me, if I drink tequila, I get a certain type of way and I'll hurt somebody.
Right.
I don't want my girls
Right.
hurt. So a limit of 2 drinks.
I agree.
And then you better be getting your stuff going and getting
Or get
on with
out.
it.
Yeah.
And also,
Well, the drinks are going to be
you might
expensive,
get
so we're going to be making money.
You might get whiskey, and you might not be able to perform, and that's a waste of my girl's time.
No, it's not.
Well, she's the
Anytime
one
that she's in there
performing,
with
but I
him,
guess
she's
that-
getting cash. She's
I
an
guess that's
hourly
true.
rate. So
She'd
spend
probably
all-
be thankful. Like, thank goodness this thing's not working. I don't got to do anything.
Then we have to have you have to have the bouncers too. You have to have guys security. So if anybody gets too ugly or tries to make a girl do what they don't want to do, they get handled. You know what I mean?
Right.
Got to have them.
Right.
Got to have somebody to escort their butt out. Take
So-
them out, get them out of there.
So, that's definitely a concern.
It would be a big concern.
Um,
But it'd be nice because then you could do like bachelor parties. You could do it's just such a good business venture. It might not be morally the road you want to go down.
probably not, but you know what?
You're helping people.
I won't bring it home. Right? I'm not going to, my kids don't need to know. It's going to be secret.
Secret, totally secret. Of course.
My kids don't need to know about it, so then the moral thing's kind of out of it. Because they're all agreeing to be there. We're not kidnapping anybody.
We're not kidnapping anybody, and I personally will evaluate all of them before we hire them.
Oh, no, see?
Most
no,
of them. Some of them.
No.
Some of them.
No. I think that we should have it also co-ed.
Of course.
Co-ed.
Now we're going co-ed.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not fair to just have the female side of it. We need to have some gigolos in town. I
You
would,
could do
but
that.
if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to manage all of them.
Like the women and the men?
Yeah. Because they're going to need to be a certain type of way. I'm going to be very picky. We're going to get the best of the best hookers in Charleston.
I don't know that you'd call them hookers. That's probably
The
degrading.
best of the best prostitutes in Charleston.
I don't think you call them
the
prostitutes
best of the
either.
best
Let's just call them escorts.
escorts in Charleston.
Yeah, escorts. With
Right. And
air quotes.
we would call it Angie's List, but we can't.
No, it's
That's
already
taken.
taken. It's for hammering, though. So
It's for hammering.
it's for construction stuff. Like,
No, it's not.
oh, it's not. Isn't that where you get some repair
Angie's
guy to
List-
come over and fix something?
No, I thought Angie's List is what you checked things with. Like, you wanted to know about something.
You
so
get
checked
references like on like
But I don't
people
think
to
it's just
repair
construction.
people and like
It's not just
plumbers
for
and stuff
It's
like
not
that.
just for that. But anyway, we'll have to call it
Because
something.
of Angie's wish list. I don't know.
We'll figure that part
We'll
out.
figure it out. Oh, it's really an
That's-
exciting conversation.
That's to be
And I have
continued.
no idea how we got here.
No, they'll be what?
I have no idea how we got to this
I
conversation.
don't either. We were talking about Florida people. Maybe we belong in Florida. I don't know.
Or Vegas.
I have a good
maybe.
vision for it.
Well, I was here.
I know,
I was
but
here. I
it's-
helped develop
it's
it.
really-
I've come up with the bar. I've come up with several things.
I think the
and
bar
it's,
is.
It's not just
I
vision.
think that we go get one of these buildings that have multiple floors.
We can. It's
An old-
illegal.
an old hotel, and we go up. One floor is the bar area.
Good call.
Okay, the next floor is the observation deck. Not the observation decks like where you watch the things happen.
So there could be some poles
where-
up there and stuff,
but
like
where-
people entertaining,
but where
and it's
you-
like
you
kind
go-
of a like strip clubby
Yes.
start, and then you've got
And
your
then you
lead
go-
off from there.
Right.
Private rooms for dances.
Then you got
and-
another floor where you're like, okay, I've been watching the pole dancers, and now I'm getting in the mood and stuff. So now we're going to go to the selection area, and there's going to be women behind the glass.
Or maybe they're some of the pole dancers that. Can,
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to be women behind the glass. Here's who we have to offer tonight because it's got to be confidential, and you're going to pick your person, and then you go to the other floor for the private rooms,
Dang.
and then the last floor is showers. So when you're done, you can shower, and your wife or your husband will never know you were there. Is that bad?
Probably. It's probably. We're not providing them showers. They got to clean themselves
No,
up on
I
their
think
own
you provide.
time.
We are high class.
It sounds like it.
We are high class,
We are high class. Showers it is.
and we will provide the showers and the towels, and then we'll have maid service that will clean it all up. So that means you have to bring your change of clothes if you want to change of clothes. I don't know. You might not need a change of clothes.
Monthly membership fees.
Monthly membership
You
fees.
know, there's going to be equipment charge every year on there, just like at a gym.
Upgrade fee.
Upgrade fee
Right.
for the VIP.
And we will treat our escorts
There's bottle service.
with the utmost kindness, understanding.
Absolutely, they're queens.
They're queens and kings
Queens and kings.
of.
Princes and princesses of the underworld.
Right. Gosh, we are demented.
We got problems.
I mean, I was just playing
But we're
around.
good together.
I was just playing around. I mean, you know.
It's fun to chit chat about crazy stuff with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe we'll move to Vegas and open one of these. They probably already have one.
Hey,
I'm sure they already have it
they
there.
have many of them there.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
You've probably been there because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And some of us have been to Vegas and some of us over here haven't.
We need to get you out there.
Hmm.
We need to get you out to Vegas.
See how quick that happens.
Hey, it could happen. We
Mhm.
flew over Vegas last year.
We flew over, but we did not drop in.
We did not.
I hear it's cheap. I hear it's cheap flights.
It is. It is. No, well, no, it's the flights aren't as cheap, but you know it is cheap.
The hotels.
Hotels are cheap as dirt.
The food.
Food is. I don't know.
I don't know how to gamble. That's the only thing.
You don't need to.
I would just
you can
go
have fun without
work.
gambling. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do.
Can I just say in closing that there is a piece of candy cane on our table that's been here since prior to Christmas. It's almost like a pet at this point.
We should name it
We should.
Candy.
All right, buddy. Whatever you say.
F you. You're crap. I'm not Buddy. I'm sick of it.
Listen how mad he gets. How could I not keep doing this? I'm sorry.
Whatever. I'm done.
All right, me too.
Night night.